Do you need to be insulted to make change in your life? Do you need to be insulted to make change in life? It's a really interesting question. Actually, it's so interesting, I'm going to dig into it in this video. So the other day I received an email from someone I know, and they said to me, Bevan, do you think you need to be insulted to make change in your life? And they shared a story where recently they'd had a family photo taken, and the person who emailed me had put on some weight, and another person in their life saw the photo, and the other person in their life was the kind of person who saw themselves as having no filter. You know, I'm going to tell you what you're thinking, and if you like it or not, you're going to hear it. And this person took time to email the person who emailed me and said, your gut's looking a bit big in that photo. So the no filter person took time out of the day, literally, to say to somebody else, I want to insult you. Now, the person who emailed me was really curious, do you think that actually helps people in times of making change in their life? And this is a really interesting question, because for some people, sometimes being insulted can actually be a moment of change. But ultimately, if somebody like the no filter person is just doing something that's insulting, I don't think it's a good way to actually help me make people change. Because while some people use that insult as a moment of change, unfortunately for a lot of people, it will just reinforce and kind of deepen and cement inner dialogue or inner feelings about themselves that are actually really negative and impact on them in really bad ways in their lives. And so while being insulted can lead to change, ultimately, I don't think we should be trying to insult to help people make change in their lives. And then we're going deeper into this kind of concept in this email from this person. And one thing I talked about was ultimately what we want to have in life is great awareness tools. Because when we think about the insult, ultimately what the insult does for the person who it does lead to change is it's a reflection moment. It's a moment where maybe you do look at that photo and you go, you know what, I've been denying, I've probably been putting on some weight. And it's time for me to address this weight loss journey. And so sometimes it can lead to a reflection awareness moment. But to me, actually what we want to have in life is we want to have tools and structures that make us have awareness about where we are in our life, often in our life. Well, let's just use the weight gain experience. If you had an awareness tool where, I don't know, you checked in around your discipline around your food every couple of days, do you think you'd put on 10 kgs? You probably wouldn't, because when the odd day when you don't eat well and you had a good reflection tool, you'd catch that and you go, oh, I need to sharpen up today and tomorrow for the rest of the week. It's often the absent-mindedness of the path we're walking down that causes the problems in our life, where we wake up in the future in a place where we're not satisfied. Ideally, if we can get better at catching earlier, we're not going to wake up in that place where we're kind of 5 steps down the path of the place we don't want to be. And so to me, I actually think one of the most important tools any person can develop in their life is great awareness tools and structures that make me regularly check in to make sure I'm in a place in the areas that are important to me to make sure I'm doing well in those areas. When you think about any time in your life when people have created change, it's often come from awareness moments. They can be negative, they can be positive. But at the same time, they all lead to that moment where you look in the mirror. Ideally, we want to look in the mirror regularly and just make sure we're checking in, we're staying at the levels that are working for us. Interestingly, I went back to the guy in the email and I said, when that person sent that email to you, did it actually help you lead change? And he said, no, it just made me feel bad about myself. So I don't think insults are, while they can lead to change, I don't think they're a good way to help me make people make change in their life. A better way is to put great awareness tools and actually have structures that make you have awareness often in your life. So if you know you need to make some change, what is going to be the tools that you're going to have that are going to make you put the mirror in front of yourself often so you don't slip back so often? If you enjoy my pieces and you want to bring exercise into your life, you need to check out my book, I Will Make You Passionate About Exercise. This book is designed to be a step-by-step journey that teaches you the right lessons and experiences to guide bringing exercise into your life, not just for a moment, but where you get to the place where you have a long-term love of exercise. So you get fitter, you get healthier, you have great stress releases, and you feel amazing about yourself. This book has been hugely successful, getting to the top 10 in the world for health and fitness books. So if it's time for you to bring health and fitness into your life, go to Passion About Exercise, click on the link, go through the process, and you can be starting your journey of finding your love for exercise really soon.